Excerpt from Journey Through the Workbook of A Course in Miracles by Ken Wapnick. Lesson 197. It is but my gratitude I earn. Paragraph 3 of the lesson. Your gratitude is all your gifts require, that they be a lasting offering of a thankful heart, released from hell forever. Is it this you would undo by taking back your gifts, because they were not honored? It is you who honor them and give them fitting thanks, for it is you who have received the gifts. Analysis. I am grateful because I chose to recognize the insanity of the ego's thought system, thereby releasing myself from hell. My gifts to you, therefore, are not really to you, but gifts to myself. You are simply a split-off part of me. It makes no difference whether the figure in my dream I call you is grateful or not. My gratitude for the gifts I give is required, not yours. It may be important that you experience gratitude, but that has nothing to do with me. I realize that if this is truly a gift of love, the gift is the love of Jesus I chose in my mind that extended through me. The end product of that extension is of no concern. My task is only to choose the miracle. What follows my decision is irrelevant to me. Recall from chapter 16 of the text. Concern yourself not with the extension of holiness, for the nature of miracles you do not understand, nor do you do them. It is their extension, far beyond the limits you perceive, that demonstrates you do not do them. Why should you worry how the miracle extends to all the sonship when you do not understand the miracle itself? Paragraph 4 of the lesson. It does not matter if another thinks your gifts unworthy. In his mind, there is a part that joins with yours in thanking you. It does not matter if your gifts seem lost and ineffectual. They are received where they are given. In your gratitude are they accepted universally and thankfully acknowledged by the heart of God Himself. And would you take them back when He has gratefully accepted them? Analysis. It does not matter whether others appreciate your gifts. Part of their minds does. This is why we are asked in Lesson 181 to trust our brothers who are one with us. Our brother's ego is not one with us, any more than our ego is one with him. Rather, we trust that the light of Christ shines in him, despite his ego, reinforcing the fact that the same light shines in us, despite our specialness. We are thus grateful for the atonement's truth that we and our brothers are one, in the unity of which we remember our oneness with God, acknowledging the heart of God Himself. Our gifts are received in the mind of God's Son, because they are given in the mind of God's Son, who is one. When we give through the holy instant, by having chosen Jesus as our teacher, we remember we are His Son, and therefore know that we give and receive but to ourselves, from ourselves. Giving and receiving are indivisible. That is why it is our gratitude we earn, the gratitude of God's Son. Whether or not we specifically acknowledge it is unimportant, for since our minds are one, there is a part of us that has already acknowledged it. This same thinking, by the way, underlies the manual's passage on healing, specifically those where Jesus addresses the issue of whether healing should be repeated. His answer is no, because when you offer healing, it is accepted. In that context, Jesus makes the seemingly outrageous statement that to be continually concerned about someone is really an attack, not an expression of love. In your concern, you see the other person as different from you, part of the ego's hateful dream of separation, born of mistrust of the Holy Spirit's atonement. Quote from the manual: "One of the most difficult temptations to recognize is that to doubt a healing because of the appearance of continuing symptoms is a mistake in the form of lack of trust. As such, it is an attack. Usually it seems to be just the opposite. It does appear unreasonable at first to be told that continued concern is attack. It has all the appearances of love. Yet love without trust is impossible, and doubt and trust cannot coexist, and hate must be the opposite of love, regardless of the form it takes. Doubt not the gift, and it is impossible to doubt its result." Analysis. When you offer healing, it is received, the same principle found here. For the mind of God's Son is one. You offer healing and forgiveness only to yourself because there is no one else. To be preoccupied with the words or actions of others is part of the ego's plan to divert us from heaven's oneness. You cannot understand these teachings, nor their personal application, if you do not understand their underlying metaphysics. If you do not know we are one in heaven as Christ, and one in this world as an ego, these statements will make no sense, for you will think Jesus is saying something other than what is clearly contained in his words and teaching.